hi to you both, and thanks for doing this, and congratulations on an exciting week. And I guess I'm Ella from the Washington Post. Just if you could just start with your reaction to being drafted, and what about the Spirit as an organization has struck you, just on your first impressions in the past week?
Go ahead, Croix.
Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I can go, sure.
Okay.
Yeah, no, obviously, last Friday, draft night was super exciting. I think a pretty cool moment for both of us. Super excited to be a part of this organization. I think I've just been struck by kind of the professionalism of everybody involved. And, just the level of commitment to the players and the level of care that's there, I think is unlike anything that I've experienced in my career. So I'm really excited to get my feet on the ground in DC and get rolling.
Yeah, just to follow up, I think draft night was amazing. It was a lot of fun, and just to see things come full circle, not only for myself, but a lot of people there, including Kate. It was just an amazing experience. And I can't wait to be a part of the Spirit, just to get there, get settled, and bring what I can to help the team, honestly.
I wanted to know from both of you what you associate with the Washington Spirit. What came to mind when you heard your name being associated with them on draft night?
When I heard Washington Spirit, I more so was thinking about being grateful for the experience, but also just energy. I feel like they have a great group of young women, and a bunch of older people on the team that I can really learn from, as well as bring something so we can grow as a unit.
Yeah, I agree with Cora. I think that the group of players there is really exciting, and obviously some veterans who we're hoping to learn from, but also a lot of young talent in the group as well. That I think is going to be fun to kind of bring this new energy into the league, like Croix said. And yeah, I mean, I think when you look at this organization, like from the top down, it doesn't really get much better than the Spirit. And so I'm just really excited to work with the staff and kind of get to know them and all the resources that are available to us there. It's pretty top notch, and so I'm really looking forward to that.
Says second question. This one's for Croix. I know I'm not the only person on this call that watched you playing at USC. When those of us that cover the team were watching Tara finish up her college career there. Have you had a chance to talk with her about life at the club or anything on that perspective?
Yeah, we've talked over the years since she's been gone from SC, and she loves it there, and I just can't wait to be able to play with her again. Like Kate said, the resources and the group there is just amazing. So to be back with Tara on the field will just be amazing. I can't wait.
Hey, Croix, you have kind of an interesting backstory in that you were raised in England and you played soccer there. Can you or football, I guess. Can you tell me a little bit about your background and growing up in England and how that shaped you as a player?
Yes, ma'am. So I was born in Atlanta, Georgia, but about the age of 3, my family moved to England. We lived there for about 4 years, and I was playing soccer in Georgia, but I continued out there, and they didn't have any girls teams, so I was playing with boys, and I feel like that really helped shape my skill and the fun for the game early, since boys do play a lot quicker and more physical. So coming back, I feel like I was kind of a couple steps ahead mentally with the game than girls at the time.
Hello, I'm Andre Carlisle. I write for the District Press. And this is a question for both of you first. Wanted to know, like, leading up to the draft, how much conversation did you have with the Spirit? Did you already kind of know that you were going to the Spirit? Like, what was that process like going to Anaheim? And then obviously after you're drafted, that entire, the photo with Michelle Kang, all of that.
To be completely honest, I was a little bit surprised. I had talked a little bit with the group before the draft, And then, seventh pick came up on the board, and I got a phone call that said, "Hey, would you like to come play for the Spirit?" And I said, "Absolutely." And yeah, I think I said it before, but just this organization is pretty incredible. So I think my college coaches were kind of fingers crossed hoping that this is a spot I might end up at. And I feel really, really grateful that I did. And then obviously to have so many staff there in Anaheim to get to meet that day on the spot. Obviously getting to talk to Michelle and get to know her a little bit was pretty cool. She's pretty incredible, even cooler in person, I would say. But yeah, it was just a cool experience, and I'm looking forward to getting to DC and getting to meet the rest of the staff here shortly.
Yeah, I mean, I spoke to Washington before a little bit, but going into the draft, you honestly never know what's going to happen, especially later in them getting the third pick. But I also got a call saying, "Hey, are you interested in coming to Spirit?" And I'm like, of course, So I second with Kate. Just a lot of staff being there in the moment was amazing. It just made us feel a lot more welcome and comfortable. Them wanting to share our special moment with us. It was great. And yeah, Michelle's amazing. I can't wait to get to know her even more. So, and the rest of the staff. But yes.
This question is for Croix. So I've heard you a couple. I've watched you at USC and at Georgia. Go Dogs. And I'm kind of familiar with your game, but for people who might not be, because on broadcast you said a couple times that you're cheeky. Can you explain what you mean by saying a cheeky player?
Cheeky in soccer terms, I would say creative, a little skill set, just bringing some flair and fun to the game. Cheeky.
Yeah, just a question for both of you guys, kind of inspired by what Anne was saying before. I'm curious, are there any players that, professional players that you've watched over the years who you've kind of maybe modeled parts of your games beyond? And then what does it mean to just, be at the professional level yourselves now?
I think for me, a player that I've really kind of looked up to in recent years and grown up a little bit is Lucy Bronze, who's over at Barcelona, which is pretty exciting to kind of been watching her play for the past couple years there, and then to have the opportunity to be coached, obviously, by that same coach is really exciting for me. That's someone who I've tried to kind of model my game after a little bit, and I'm hoping that kind of I can take a similar path at Washington.
There are a couple players with the cheekiness. I love to watch the Brazilians play. But there's a bunch of people on our team that I've either played with or haven't had the chance to play with that I can't wait, such as Trinity or playing with Tara, Sully, even getting back on the field with Kate. Like it's been a few years, but we're back in full circle, so it's gonna be exciting.
Hi, I'm Peyton Skeels. I was wondering if there's anyone that you guys have played with in the past that you're looking forward to getting to potentially face again in the league, and also anything from your time in college or like skills that you've built up throughout your college careers that you're excited to continue to develop or bring to the NWSL. A lot of times how we talk about their different styles and tactics in the different conferences and kind of bring them all together in the league.
Yeah, for me, I want to bring energy and consistency. This past year for me was my grad year, so I really focused on like professionalism, and now being a pro, just to implement that, whether that's on the field or off the field, training rooms, rehab, all the little details. But yeah.
Yeah, I think for me, in terms of kind of players, like Croix and I go way back. We played together on many youth national teams back in the day, and obviously went to different colleges, so haven't had the opportunity to play together in a while. But her and McKenna Morris as well were kind of a part of that group together. And so when I heard her name called and then McKenna's name called, I was pretty excited that we're gonna have the opportunity to do that again. And I think yeah, we had a lot of fun back in the day. So I'm excited to kind of bring that connection back to the Spirit and get a chance to play together again.
I wanted to ask you both about your decision to enter the draft. We've seen that a lot of players coming out of college will register for the draft, or they'll go either to Europe. We've seen Australia, we've seen Mexico. So it seems like there's a lot of opportunity, a lot more opportunity elsewhere. So just wondering about the decision, and what about it in particular, about the NWSL in particular, that you really wanted to play in and decided to opt for the draft option.
Yeah, I think it's really exciting to see the growth of the women's game all over the world now. I think especially after the World Cup last year, just kind of the enthusiasm around the game and the support for women around the world is really exciting to see. But I think that there's no better time than now really to be joining the NWSL. And there's a lot of new and exciting things happening in the league, a lot of resources being poured into it and into the players. And yeah, I think in terms of soccer, like I don't think you can get more competitive than the NWSL. And so that was, I think, for me, like I wanted to be a part of the most competitive league in the world, and felt like I had the opportunity to do so. And how could I not jump on that chance?
Yeah, I had an extra year of eligibility, but I felt like it was time to throw the college boots up and enter the draft. Just seeing women's soccer growing, not just in America but overseas as well, is amazing. But the NWSL is just doing so great and growing and inspiring young women that this is something that I wanted to be a part of and to help like keep improving.
Hi guys, this is kind of a prequel to, I'm Patty, Women's World Football Show. Great to see you guys again. This is kind of a prequel to Andre's question. I'm wondering if there was a pivotal moment in your careers, in your young careers as a kid growing up playing soccer, when it came to your, like even your, your mind that you can play professionally. Was there a pivotal moment when you were like, yes, I want to do this for a living?
I've been playing soccer since I was 3, so I guess I would say I was born for it. But just seeing how soccer was completely different in England and the culture and how big it is everywhere, I feel like that has really inspired me to be like, yeah, this is what I want to do with my life. Also, just being young, I feel like when we were in elementary school, I feel like kids always got asked, what do you want to do when you grow up? And on those little pieces of paper, I can just remember writing, oh, I want to be a professional athlete. So to write your dreams out and then manifest them over years and for it to come true is just something amazing to see and be able to make happen.
Yeah, I second what Croix said. I think every time I got asked as a kid, what do you want to do when you grow up? It was always to be a professional soccer player. And yeah, I remember a lot of times in the backyard just kicking the ball around with my dad, and to have that be able to be a reality now is pretty special. So I'm really excited for this opportunity and grateful to the Spirit to make that come true.